Hello and welcome to my first video in a series in which I'm looking to focus on books by people of color to share all of the wonderful fantasy stories that you may not have heard about, because there's plenty of people talking all about the white authors out there, and there's a lot of great white authors out there, but I want to focus on the women and other persons of color who write amazing stories based on their histories and their stories. And the first story that I want to talk about for this video is The Stardust Thief. Now, Stardust Thief is a book by Chelsea Abdullah, and it's coming out next week on May 17th. So if you haven't heard about it, now is the time to put this on your list and consider it. So I got a chance to read an early copy because I was inspired by a review that I saw by S.A. Chakraborty, the author of the Devabad trilogy. And I'll get into that in a little detail later. But let's just say she loved this, and she does a great job of letting me know about books that are inspired by jinn stories. And jinn are magical creatures in Middle Eastern mythology. Various cultures have stories of jinn. You may be familiar with the Ifrit that you see occasionally in video games. The fire jinn is the most familiar of these jinn. And I'm fascinated by jinn. And so when I saw that Chelsea Abdullah had released this new book coming out featuring stories of jinn and inspired by the 1001 Nights tales that you may be familiar with, then I said, well, I got to read this. And no surprise, it was fantastic. So this is her debut, and it comes out on May 17th, and I really enjoyed the whole story. So essentially, the book focuses on a tale of a legendary smuggler, a cowardly prince, and a dangerous quest across the desert as they search for a legendary magical lamp. Now, I don't want to get into any more detail in the story beyond that, because you're going to want to see everything for yourself. But it has a lot of magic and a lot of great jinn, and you get to learn some of the 1001 Nights stories that you may not have heard. So if you like this book, then I suggest you also go check out Shannon Chakraborty's books, the Devabad trilogy, and also one of my favorites, Master of Jinn, that came out last year by P. Jelly Clark. It's an awesome fantasy story set in alternate history Cairo. And if you have read both of those already, then you know that this is the sort of book for you. Then you definitely need to check out A Stardust Thief. And I hope you come back and see for my next video, because there's a lot of amazing books to come out soon, and I'm excited to share them all with you. And I hope you all like, subscribe, and share, and come back for more in my series on authors of color. And I hope you enjoy these books just as much as I do. Have a great day.